If you're working in a small space, you know it can be frustrating. Trying to get everything that you want in the space and being able to work efficiently. So I wanted to make this video to be a template that you could use to encourage you to work around things that may be obstacles for you right now that can be positives for you. I thought that I had finally found the perfect setup. And as time went on, I started to realize that there was a massive glare on my screen. At first, I didn't think much of it, and I worked around it, and I thought I would be fine. But as time went on, I found myself working in other spaces, and then I worked my way to the couch, and that was a mistake. Super long, 2 to 3 hour, not even a nap, just going to sleep completely. So I had an issue. I had things I needed to get done, and I had things that I wanted to complete. I needed to figure out how to rework this space. So I think I'm gonna move my desk. Every time I work here, there's a super annoying glare from the window that comes right into my sight. And you might not be able to see it on camera, but yeah, you can see it right there. So it just gets like right on here and I can't see at all. So I'm gonna move this entire desk. I also have some bags for storage that are looking pretty crazy and unorganized. I wanna figure out how to organize these better in a place that they can be out of sight so they are not the first thing that you see when you walk into the space. The first thing that I ended up doing was moving the desk to another wall. Immediately, I noticed a big difference. So I have a large window that was facing my desk. When I moved my desk over, I found that this giant window was bringing in so much light, and it was lighting all around the desk, and it was no longer giving me a glare, and it was really adding a lot to my workspace. To be honest, I didn't want to move the pegboard. It takes a long time to install it, a lot of measuring. It was pretty rare that I would reach up and grab cords and cables from the pegboard. For some reason, it just felt like they were a little bit out of reach. But moving it to this wall, it's so much easier to grab the cables. So I have these up, and then I also moved the pegboard here, the desk I have in position over here, and I feel like it's gonna work out. It was something about having my desk here. I just felt closed in. I mean, when I looked this way, it was a wall. When I looked this way, it was another wall, and the glare as well just made it not work out well for me. When I started to create this gallery wall, I knew that I wanted some of my art here, and at least 2 of the posters that I had previously on the wall. You know, when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time creating and drawing art, painting my action figures and stuff. I was so into creating things when I was growing up. So adding that element to my workspace really it just brings up a nostalgia and excitement that I want to always have close to me. It really has taken a lot of stress out of the work that I do here. And instead of using this wall behind me to have my desk, I use it as a gallery wall. And I was able to take, all of these pieces of art that I had done and some that I'm inspired by and different things that I had around the house that I wanted in this space. I was able to take them off of the floor or out of a closet, or, they were just collecting dust and they were not being used. And I was able to put them up and be inspired by them and breathe some new life into the space and shake it up a little bit. Honestly, this wall behind me feels like I've teleported back to my childhood bedroom.
It really has taken a lot of stress out of the work that I do here, and it has invited so much nostalgia and excitement and creativity here. And I'm so excited to share that and hopefully inspire you to bring things that bring the best out of you into your workspace. For the most part, everything on my desk is the same. I added an additional light above the monitor, and then I also added an iPad stand. I found myself integrating the iPad into my workflow a lot more, which is something I had almost completely abandoned. You mount it to the table and it kind of takes care of itself. It's made from an aluminum alloy. It feels like it's made to support the weight of the iPad. So far, it's been very reliable for what I need it for. And I haven't had a stand in the past that has been able to charge and operate as a stand at the same time, as well as this one has. I'm sure maybe there are others out there, but from my experience, this one is done really nice. It's nice to gently reintroduce that into my workflow, and maybe that'll mean I'll make some more art in the future. The thing that I was surprised by was how I'm using this space now. I'm just way more motivated. I find myself working longer. If you are looking to update your space and maybe you're working on it, maybe you're taking pictures of it, maybe you're at the beginning or in the middle or at the end, please DM me on Instagram. I do want to see your setups and let me know how it's going. You know, maybe in a future video, I can call out some people and be like, hey, you know, your space looks awesome, or keep going, or here's some suggestions for your setup. I don't know. If you guys would be interested in something like that, I would definitely love doing that. And I hope this video helped you and inspired you. Links below to everything mentioned and featured in this video, so that if you want to add any of these things to your space and you want to know exactly where they are without having to search everywhere, I have those links to help you out. So hope this was helpful. See you guys in the next video. Peace.